What's going on, my fellow residents? It's me, TheFrozenCavern, and today we're going to continue through our journey through Ratchet and Clank. In the last episode, we found out exactly where Drek is, and as well as how he's going to destroy Ratchet's planet. But in this episode, and what's probably the last episode, not entirely sure, we're going to be saving the planet, of course, as well as plenty of others, because if we didn't, then other planets would also have to suffer because of what Drek's doing. Now, by the way, it's a little bit awkward for me to end the game as soon as possible right now, mainly because I didn't think it would end so soon. To be honest, I thought that this Let's Play would go on for at least 6 more parts because of how I try to guess it beforehand, because my episodes are usually almost 30 minutes. They're not nearly that long all the time, but I try to guess how long they're going to be, and I guess I highly overestimated because I thought it was going to be 20 parts, which it isn't. And it also makes me more upset because there was only 2 parts left, if that is 2 parts, 2 to 3 parts left. And I accidentally took a hiatus, and that doesn't help at all because I could have completely finished this game. It's at least somewhat better than Over the Hedge because that was literally 1 episode, so yeah, there's that. But oh my god, their aim's really good, by the way. Oh my goodness, getting rid of these guys super effectively is so difficult sometimes because they don't really take too long to actually fire their gun once they've started bringing it up. Now, I do know that there's actually a ship back here, so actually it's not this weapon, it's another one. Let me equip that. There we go. I need to be careful aiming though, and I did not hit it at all. Thankfully this... Oh no, okay, apparently it has a distance thing. Let me back up then. That way I can actually aim it properly. It's wait, didn't it show up? Well, there's also that, so, well, that tank. I could hit that as well. I remember there being a ship here somewhere. I guess it hasn't shown up yet? Okay, yeah, I just wasn't in the area to have it show up. Okay, now we can do it. And we do have plenty upon plenty of bolts right now, which I am trying to use to buy the Tesla gun, the last weapon that we can get so far. Well, to my knowledge anyways. Again, aside from the Rhino, but, you know, I'm not getting that. And to make things... Oh no, he's aiming at me. Okay. Okay, to make things easier, I'm just going to use this now so that I can hit this tank. There we go. That seems to basically, one-shot a lot of things. Mainly, the, things that actually need to be taken care of, like the giant aircrafts or the tanks. Oh goodness, why are there 4 of these here? There's also a skill point apparently for defeating these guys with your wrench, and it's a little bit difficult because, of course, all of them are going to be shooting at you at once, and it's really difficult to dodge them when you're trying to attack. You don't exactly have too much movement when you're doing your jumping attack, which is basically your only way to hit them with the wrench, so... Ow. Well, the only good thing that came with me dying is, 1, I can go back here and get this, thanks to our discount. And there's our little Tesla weapon there. But anyways, there's also some other boxes back here that were also here at the beginning of the game that I can destroy for a little bit more bolts. Hey, we got our skill point. Now I don't really have to worry about them. Unfortunately, basically all the enemies respawn, including the giant ship up there, as well as the tank, which is a little bit of an issue because they kind of are very, very devastating towards me. And there's also an enemy back there. Okay. Okay, so now that I have the skill thing, I'm not worrying about them anymore. I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to shoot them before they can shoot me. Okay, they can shoot me from there. I don't know why, but sometimes they'll just have crazy distances. I guess it's when they actually notice me, but I don't know why they don't notice me, because I'm, standing right there. They only do something after I actually shoot at them, which is still weird, but whatever, I guess. Okay, that actually only takes 2 rockets, which is nice to know. I should probably equip the Visbomb gun. I'm probably going to need it a lot. And we just hit that. I don't know why there's such a slowdown. That was weird. It was like whenever I was turning it, it slowed down tremendously. I don't know why it did that, but it just did. Okay, it's another one of these, I think. Is there any tower around here that I can hit? Maybe I'm overthinking this. Oh, yes I am, because there's just this here. I need to equip the thing, of course. Okay, haven't done one of these in a while. Oh, goodness. Yeah, this will more than likely go there. I think this is gonna go here. Oh, I got it. That was fast. Okay, I was kind of just turning them and just trying to figure out what exactly that last one would do, but I just got it correct, apparently. Lucky me. But in case you haven't noticed, this final area will be using basically everything that you've learned throughout the rest of the game, with not really the uses of gadgets. Like, that's technically something that, well, it is still tested, but at the same time, you do need to learn. But in terms of, like, what is it, like, world-specific ones, I guess? It's, the thing is, it's not even world-specific. I guess the non-combat ones, I guess that's probably the best way to explain it. The ones that don't rely heavily on combat are more used oftenly to make sure, hey, do you remember how this works? And all that. Go down here and push this, if I can do it properly. There we go. And, oh goodness, there's so many enemies, dude. Okay, okay, I have Globe of Doom, so I can use it on the bottom ones down there, so that's good. They're not gonna hit any of the ones up there, unfortunately. Okay, he can't hit me from here. That's good. I'm gonna use the Devastator and angle it so I can hit them. And thankfully, they're also one shot from the Devastator. Otherwise, this would be way more frustrating to try and do. I did not get them both, but that's fine. I kind of need to move up so I can hit this guy anyways. It's behind this stupid thing. Move it. Okay, I got him. I also gotta try and remember that I did end up equipping the Visibomb gun onto here, so let's use that now. Again, it's really easy to get rid of those if you just have the Visibomb gun. Okay, that's a bottomless pit. I thought that was an actual, like, extra passageway. Wow, this is not generous at all when it comes to platforming, especially the second platform. I'm just gonna take things nice and slow, that way I don't end up falling. Get you guys off of that. Yeah, this final area will definitely see if you know how to take things slow and steady and think things through before you actually make an action. And I think we're actually gonna get our first usage of the PDA because I ran out of ammo. So let me figure out how to use that real quick. There we go. Just equip it and we can basically just do that. Now I'm just gonna buy 10. Why not? Helps me out. Oh god. And that should be, yeah, that's good. Okay. I thought I was gonna miss, honestly. Oh, he's shooting at me. Okay, I couldn't see it. Mainly because the bullets didn't come at me. Well, no, there's someone else shooting. Who? What? Where did... Okay, I don't know where that came from. Oh, he's behind that. I couldn't see that. I need to stop hiding behind stuff. It would be very nice. Oh my goodness, he keeps going behind there so it doesn't hit. I don't want to be wasting any more bolts than I already am. There we go. Oh no, there's like a bunch more here. And there's also one of those giant airships back there. Okay, come on, gotta aim fast. That might hit. Or not. He just dodged out of the way. I've never seen any of them actually do that. Then again, it also wasn't locked on, which is kind of my fault. So, of course, one tiny bullet. Just one. Get rid of you guys, if I can aim my strikes. But yeah, just make sure you get rid of like the aircrafts before you actually move over, and the tanks obviously. It's way harder to actually deal with them when you don't, so it's much better to just take care of them while you can before you end up moving and getting yourself killed. Okay, let's be careful here. Okay, while I do like some of this ammo being given to me, I would kind of prefer like Devastator ammo, mainly because I'm using a lot of that. Did that? Okay, that did hit him. Good. I was about to say, that was a little weird. I'm having to now constantly go into my PDA here and having to just buy more ammo. Thankfully, I do have like a lot, and I'll just buy 19, just so I don't have to go back into there for a decent amount of time. But at the same time, it's a little bit worrying. Mainly because I'm not going to have all that much Visibomb ammo. I completely missed that. But I'm not going to have that much Visibomb ammo for later on. Will this connect? Okay, yeah, it does. But yeah, there's a slowdown there whenever I'm using it. I guess there's just a lot of stuff going on in this level, since it is pretty big. Okay, we need to... There we go. That was a little bit worrying, but we made it. Swing over, and over again. Okay, there's no really threatening enemies here. That's good. But yeah, I'm just really, no, not realizing, noticing a lot of slowdown in this area. That's either because, again, there's just a lot of stuff in this area, or it's because, like, it's like a PS3 port issue. I don't know which, but, oh goodness, gotta figure out this again. Okay, well, that's the only way those are useful. This one would have to be here, or, yeah, it would have to be there. And then this goes there. Oh wait, I'm thinking of that wrong. Which means, maybe you move that there, and then this one will go there. There we go. Oh, of course, we still have more of these. Whatever. I need it for my ammo, so I'm not gonna complain.
A few moments later.
Alright, got all those. Thank you for more ammo. Very nice. Oh, okay. No Devastator ammo, though, which is a little bit worrying, but we'll work our way around it. Move. Okay. Oh, I still got hit. I feel like it has a little bit of splash damage, those bullets do. Okay, let's move up a little. Hopefully that aircraft won't shoot at us. I need to lock on. There we go. And now we continue moving. Oh, I did not see you guys there. Okay, a lot of them just showed up at a... I didn't think that was a pit. I got set back all the way here? Why?
Later.
Okay, I think I'm good now. Aside from that, I need to make sure I shoot that down. Oh no. Oh, of course. I couldn't see him. He's so small from all the way over there. Okay, there we go. Now we should be good. I'm gonna try and get this health as soon as possible, though. I don't see any other enemies. I need to watch out for that pit. It's not even the fact that I died due to, like, enemy damage. It's because I fell in a pit that I didn't see because it was behind me. Okay, so, well, oh my goodness, there's so much here. I'm almost afraid to actually try and fight anything. I mean, I'll shoot and hit this. That way that's out the way. But it doesn't look like any of them turned. But still, that's kind of terrifying. Let me get through here. And all that water that we still have, apparently, even though we died. Got to get that out. And then boom. We place it all here. Now we go down underneath the water. There's a... Okay, there we go. I knew there was a way how to speed this up, but I didn't exactly remember how because I haven't played this game in a while. I do kind of hope that we've reached a checkpoint now. It's probably down here, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. But this final area isn't exactly the most helpful when it comes to checkpoints, so do make sure that you're careful. Then again, this entire game isn't exactly all that helpful when it comes to that. And also, we're Giant Clank again. When I said that just about everything is used, basically everything is used. Oh, this is why. This is why there's a bunch of enemies here. It's not actually meant for Ratchet, it's meant for this. That makes more sense. It does help that I took out that one enemy, though. Except not really, because I could have easily taken that down with one swipe. And also, that means I just wasted some ammo for that I could have easily used for this, which is completely free and partially mandatory anyways. So, whoops.
Hey, what the?
Imbeciles. After all the trouble you've gone through, you're about to die right where you started. It's so poetic.
This is it, Clank. Let's get him.
And now we're at the final boss of the game, and to start it off, we're playing as a gigantic Clank in basically a fist brawl with Dr. Drek's mech. It's kind of easy right now, mainly because we're just stun locking him. Oh, well that... okay.
You might have been useful to me after all. Too bad you chose the wrong side.
Well, now it's time for the rest of this. That was literally only one phase, which is a little bit upsetting. By the way, one of the major problems with this boss is that if you die, you get sent all the way back here.
Some great bargains for you.
Yeah, that's fun. Very, very fun design game. But anyways, I guess we'll just start now. So, of course, we need to get over here, and Dr. Drek will be... Dr. Drek? Why did I call him that? He's not a doctor. Probably. Anyways, we need to go over here, and these platforms will fall after some amount of time when you're standing on them, so, yeah, move. There's really no reason for you to stand on them. But now it's time for this. Oh, goodness. Oh, I didn't buy any blaster ammo. I have, like, no bolts either, so it's a good thing there's a lot of boxes here. That way we can get a chance at some form of ammo. Blaster is pretty decent if you want to stay, if you want to stay, like, somewhat close, but also somewhat away from Drek, which is going to be a little bit needed. Okay, I need to make sure I'm decently close enough so that the bullets hit. Oh no, we're out of blaster ammo. Okay, time to use something else. Ow, okay, I need to time that way better than I am. Okay. Thankfully, Drek is just one giant target, so my... Oh, I didn't dodge that, apparently. Okay. Well, thankfully, our missiles here do quite a bit, so we need to make sure that we're aiming at him. And apparently, ammo boxes seem to spawn constantly, so that's good. Oh my goodness, the frame rate. It's not all that good. My PS3 might also just be severely old, and that might be why frame rate is really bad right now. I don't remember it being like this the first time I played the game, so it might just be that. I've had this PS3 for a good long time, so if that is the case, I wouldn't be too surprised. Okay, wow, we got a lot of ammo just now. But anyways, now he's broken this area up, and we need to, of course, platform across it. It's not the most difficult thing in the world, but we do still need to be careful because, goodness, we need to be decently fast. Thankfully, it seems like I'm getting a lot of ammo for basically just being around, so that's good. Plenty of ammo, because I was not going to be able to buy all of this to replace it. Let's switch to that now, that way we don't worry about it and accidentally mess up. But almost every transitional phase is going to basically be the same as what it was previously. Just walking across these platforms, jumping across, of course, because walking doesn't really do all that much and you'll just fall. And then swing-shotting when you have the chance. Alright, so this one's gonna work a wee bit differently. This time we have these mines around that we need to be very, very cautious of, so we're going to shoot those. That way they don't run into us. And he also apparently destroys them himself. That's kind of defeating the entire point of having those, but whatever. Just gonna use my blaster. We get all this ammo back anyways, more than likely, so it's fine. And it also shoots up any bombs that are in front of me, as long as I turn towards them in time. So again, we should be good. But overall, this phase is about the same as the previous one, aside from, again, the bombs that are sent our way. Come on, there we go. Not nearly as much ammo to help replace, though, so that's a little bit concerning. Then again, the blaster isn't exactly the best thing to use. I had to use up basically an entire gun worth of the blaster ammo in order to actually do anything. Where exactly am I supposed to go right now? Oh, there it is. Okay, I couldn't see it from here. It was a little weird. Actually, it's not even like it was weird. It just blended in a little too well. Please tell me okay. Oh, that was a little bit stressful. Again, if I die, I have to restart all of this, so I kind of don't want that to happen.
So it has come to this. Once I step on this ignition switch, a countdown will commence. The end of which signals the destruction of your pitiful world.
There must be another way to make a home for your people.
You think that's what this is about? Who do you think polluted our last world? I did. This is about one thing and one thing only. Cash. And lots of it. You see, I've been paid for every square inch of my new world. Once the inhabitants move in, I will begin polluting this world as well. Then the whole thing starts all over again. Ah, brilliant.
Why, you evil little...
Save it, Clank. We have to stop that timer.
Right, so now we're on a countdown, so it's a little bit stressful right now, and again, remember what I said before, if we fail, so, oh goodness, we only have 30 seconds, let's move. Thankfully, we do have the little jet here, and oh goodness, they follow us. Push it. There we go. I need to run away, Oh no, ow, the stupid bomb was there. Whatever. It's fine, but the rest of this boss is really going to be taking place here, and I need to make sure I time my jumps. I don't have any more health. That's something that this boss doesn't really do. It doesn't give you a lot of health to work with, so if you end up dying... Oh, goodness. Okay, just need to be careful. I see some... I thought the fire would have hit the bomb there, and it didn't.
3 weeks later.
Alright, back here. So the best way to take care of these is how we've taken care of a decent amount of enemies. Just make sure you just burn them alive. There's really not much else that you have to do with that. Okay, here we go. Now we light them up with the Devastator ammo that we have left. And we do have to be a little bit careful about these bombs though, because I'm pretty sure the actual Devastator will hit those too if we're not careful enough about that. So alright, unfortunately we kind of ran out of that. However, the Tesla Claw is actually pretty good at doing damage and it also helps hit whenever he's up there like that, because most of the guns won't do that. But the issue with it is that for some reason it's heavily staggered whenever you try to hit him, as if like you can't hit him again until a certain amount of time, which is really, really weird, but whatever. Like here, I'll just hold it down and it goes one. If it doesn't aim at anything else, it does it once, does it once, does it once. Like, it's not consistent enough to actually be super, super effective. It is still pretty good in order to take down this boss, but at the same time, it's like, not even like it's a time waster. It's good, it just doesn't feel good. I still need to be careful, of course, about a lot of this. Okay, he's gonna go over there and push that button. We have 20 seconds, okay. Actually, it's not this one, it's over here. It's the same button as always. Need to remember that. Oh, no. Oh, what? I didn't press it. Okay.
Many months later.
Alright, since he's doing this, I'll do as much damage as I can before he moves over to the next phase. If I wasn't already there before. Okay, this is really awkward, especially with the slowdown. My goodness, I don't know if it's just my PS3 or not. If you've had these issues, please let me know, because the slowdown is, it's somewhat annoying. It's not like it's all that bad, it's just that it's really just noticeable whenever it happens. Okay, you gotta work it down more. Just need a little bit more damage if I can switch guns properly. Okay, there we go. Now we need to head over here and do this properly without getting hit, hopefully. And, okay, we did press it, good. Okay, so what you need to do here is that whenever he does this, and I missed, go outside the area, or you can grind on these rails, and hopefully you'll be able to dodge it in time. There will still be some times where you might accidentally not be able to dodge it, but most of the time I've done so far, that I've been able to dodge it relatively well, so you should be fine. Alright, so what do we have here? Is it... Oh, it's just that, okay. That's not that bad. I do still wish we had Devastator ammo, that way I could hit him, but unfortunately I don't. I don't really have anything that's kind of safe to use. I have my blaster, but I have to be kind of over there. And by the way, okay, I was about to say, as long as you're just running forward, he basically won't hit you, but no, there are still some times, unfortunately, where he'll just one random stray rocket will hit you. Alright, he's heading for the switch for the final time. So we can do that, and we only have 15 seconds, but... Okay, that's a lot of missiles, and I somehow managed to dodge those. Or most of them, at least. Okay, there we go. And we should be good? Okay, yeah, we're good. Okay, so now these things are going to be flying around for the rest of the fight. So, good luck! But yeah, you do need to be careful about those, because I think if you run into them, you take damage. Not entirely sure. Ow. I need to also pay attention to him, because, you know, that's quite devastating, and it'll do, I was about to say a lot of damage. You take one hit from everything, that's not a lot of damage. Okay, I need to get up close. Hopefully not run into anything while I do so. Alright, come on. I wish you took more damage faster. Can I shoot? No, I can't just run over here and shoot you, unfortunately. Ow, that hit me. Okay, let's run back. I think it might be safer for me to just be here instead of over there. Okay, he's at least hitting the boxes. I don't know. This is... Of course! I tried to do the dash, and I didn't do the dash.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting, and they had to hire a new one.
Alright, we're back here one more time. Hopefully it will be the last time. But... Oh goodness, I really don't like the checkpoint for this boss. It's really bad. I've had to waste a lot of time having to get back here multiple times because of how many times I have died. But we should be good now. And one more hit? Okay, another hit. Unless... Yeah, that was it. Okay.
Ratchet?
What's up?
Ratchet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118,
This time I am thinking what you're thinking.
And now, you just have to run over, press this button. I think there might be more than one button, but... Okay, no, it's just one button. And now, we fire this giant laser right where he was.
This can't be good.
Yeah, blowing up a planet does still have its consequences.
Phew, that was close. Clank, you can pull us up now.
The servos in my arm appear to be broken.
Broken? As in, fall to our deaths broken?
Yes.
That was close. Thanks.
My arm appears to be badly damaged.
Ah, you'll be all right. Hey, tin can! Where do you think you're going? We, still need to fix that arm.
And now they're best friends, and here comes the credits. Okay, so, time for review. Okay, so, the combat's really good in the game, I'll just state that. The combat and the platforming is pretty solid, not really too many issues to have with it, aside from the checkpoints, but then again, checkpoints weren't really too bad. It was really with the last boss, because, oh goodness, that checkpoint's abysmal, and, whenever you die, sometimes you would get sent back to, well, no, not when you die, but like when you start up the game, you would always be sent back to the ship at like the beginning. So if you were pretty far in a level, it wouldn't matter unless you like opened up an area beforehand, but you wouldn't know that unless you played the game or like did it yourself and then was like, oh, well, that kind of sucks, but it's whatever. As long as you know specifically where to stop, then that's fine, but at the same time, it's like a little eh. Now, in terms of like bolt collection and all that, not the golden ones, I didn't really care too much for doing that, but in terms of like the bolt collecting in terms of money, it is very needed. If you don't do it, you basically hate yourself, that or you're some kind of speedrunner, but even then I'm pretty sure they also collect a lot of bolts too, so, you know, you probably hate yourself if that's the case and you're just not getting bolts. Now, in terms of collectibles, there are a lot of skill points that you can get in the game, but I don't really know anything about information about them. Maybe the game actually explains them. They probably do, but, you know, there's that. And then there's also the golden bolts that I've explained before, and then some of the weapons, of course, that can technically be considered for, like, 100%ing a game. So there's that as well, which requires a lot of money as well. So, again, gotta make sure you have a lot of money management, mainly for new weapons as well as money. Well, not money, that's kind of dumb. As well as ammo, because there can be some times where you run out of ammo and it's going to be really bad if that's the case. But in terms of that, that's fine. Now, in terms of the variety of the worlds, they're actually like really different, and that's kind of important given to how many planets you're going to. And if you're going to different planets within space, I would highly recommend that you would make them different, which this game does manage to do. It manages to make all the worlds really dynamic, which is really nice, because if all the worlds looked, or at least most of the worlds looked the same, then it would kind of amount to not really feeling like you're exploring the galaxy and all that. But, oh goodness. Now, in terms of like the other games, of course I have to get to the other games at some point. Don't have any idea when I'm going to get those, but who knows? I still have Jak and Daxter to do right now. I have Daxter, and then I have the Lost Frontier, or Last Frontier, I forget which it is. But regardless, I gotta get to those, and then maybe I'll get back to Ratchet and Clank with the second game, which is up your arsenal. I think that's it. It's either that or that's the third game. There was some other game that had command. I'm gonna shut up.
Painful itching in your nether regions causing you undue embarrassment. Do you just plain stink? Then you need this, the Gatatron Personal Hygienator. Hi, I'm Steve McQuark, and this little baby can take care of any grooming needs that are just too much trouble for you to handle yourself. Allow me to demonstrate. Yeah. Oh, mommy.
Turn it off! Turn it off!
I really don't want to imagine what they just did. But anyways, we have our little screen here to show the amount of gold bolts that I've gotten, which is not that many, the skill points, which isn't that many, and the gold weapons, which is literally none. But it's fine, because I don't really care all that much about that. So, again, like, I don't care about the collectibles in this game. There are some other games where I'm like, okay, I'll go and get those, but a lot of this stuff revolves around more towards, like, New Game Plus, which is basically what the circle option is right here. Just start the new game with current weapons and bolts, but, again, I don't really care too much about that. I'm just here for the regular game, but, again, had fun. I took a hiatus, which is kind of stupid of me, considering how little was left, apparently. I expected this game to be a little bit longer than what I was intending, which is what I said at the beginning, but again, glad to have gotten through this game. Again, I gotta get through the rest, and I also have to play the 2016 Ratchet and Clank, reimagining in my spare time. I might live stream that, maybe. Not entirely sure, but regardless, I gotta get around to playing that, but of course, there are other games in the Ratchet and Clank series that I gotta get to, because there was a lot. More than, like, Sly Cooper and Jak and Daxter, which came around the same time. But regardless, gotta get to those games at some point. But until the next video, to the next Let's Play, to the next whatever it is that you see me, take care.